Thank you for Patreon now for donating to the Patreon. Hey guys, this video is back another Pokemon Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl videos. If you enjoyed and played, shall we? This time we are going to head towards Eternity City, hopefully, and make it there, because as the last one, we beat our first gym battle. Unfortunately, Wukong went down, but we got something new out of it, which is this. Yes! Okay, that wasn't as cool as I thought it would be. Okay, so, anyways, yeah, Wukong evolved into Monferno from a Chimchar and easily one-shot the thing with Block Punch. So, we got our gym badge against Rourke, and Wukong went down, unfortunately, which is due to my own stupidity. I really should have, switched out. I literally said on camera, rollout, doesn't that double its power if it hits? And then I got hit by a rollout and for some reason didn't think that would happen. So, that aside, I got a lot of new stickers, which you can use to customize your Pokeball, and that basically means you can use your Pokemon, throw out that Pokemon, and it will come out with a special animation like that. I really wish there was a Fire-type gym. By the way, there's not. I spoiled enough for this game, so hopefully that's it for spoilers. I hope. Maybe I'm wrong, maybe I'm not. So, anyways, I really wish there was a Fire-type gym, because then that means we would be able to get some really cool fire animations, but we don't. So that's sad. Kind of depressing for me, not gonna lie. But that's what it is. So let's quickly go ahead, get out of this grass, and then make our way to Eternity City with our team. And I actually have to find a new team member because, yeah, kind of running low on those. I mean, I could go back and catch a Machamp and then give it to that girl who wants to trade it for an Abra, which, granted, wouldn't do much for me, because, the Abra would only ever become a Kadabra, and that's it, and while Kadabra is a good Pokemon, and at some point was one of my favorite Pokemons in the game, is kind of not anymore, and I don't like it, particularly for an encounter that happened in X and Y that I will not specify, but, yeah, Kadabras are no longer my favorite. Speaking of which, where was I going with this? I had a thought. Oh yeah, I had a thought from X and Y from before that I said I would finish in this episode, and I'm going to, which I believe was why I like, what's it called, is why I like X and Y so much, is the rivals. You have so many rivals, you get to, granted, not battle, because there's so many, you don't always get to battle all of them, but you do get to, just have, battle all of them at some point. I believe you battle against each of them twice, which is fun, because, you get to see each of their teams, you get to see their Pokemon evolve with you, and not to mention that you get to see all the starters throughout the game, but then also see, their own starters, so that's amazing. It's something I like, and they give you a lot of good character. I mean, I'm not gonna say all the character developments are amazing, but they give you a lot of, new characters that you get to pay attention to, and a lot of characters you get to love. I don't know how other people feel about that, but I really do wish that they did that here, because the reason I brought that up in the first place was because I realized, and this is a spoiler that I got from the last episode, so it doesn't count as a spoiler anymore, is that Dawn never actually fights you, or at least to my memory, she doesn't fight you, which is something that disappoints me if that's the case. Now, if she does fight you and it's somewhere deep in the post game, or take this with a grain of salt, that remember, I never beat the game up until Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl came out, because I just never wanted to change my Pokemon, and I thought I would have to get a new team member to get to Elite Four, which thankfully I didn't, but I didn't know that back then, which sucked. But, even when I did beat this game, I didn't do anything in the post-game because I wanted to save it for when I actually do the post-game for the channel. So I wanted to make sure I had, blind reactions, so I didn't end up spoiling something that I didn't want to spoil. So, as far as the post-game goes, I'm genuinely going to go into a blind. I have no idea what's in the post-game. So, I mean, I know a little bit because I did, because it forced me to take a sneak peek into the post-game, but, I don't know much of it, is the thing. So, I could be very, I could just be completely in the dark about what's gonna happen. So, that's the thing. Okay, we found a Zubat. I don't really want a Zubat. I already have a flying type. I'm trying not to get duplicate types, even though I literally said before I was trying to get a Riolu. In my defense, though, it was to get a steel type, which is, kind of slow, and I hate slow Pokemon, but hey, Lucario's not slow at all, and between I don't like Zubat, I don't like Golbat. I like Crobat, but I don't like Golbat or Zubat, and I have to have high friendship with Golbat to evolve it, and yeah, that shouldn't happen. If I form any form of friendship with it, it is simply to evolve it for no other reason. I would feel so horrible if it evolved that way. So let's quickly get an Awakening and battle this girl. Yep, okay, are you gonna... I know that's a bug catcher up there, so Monferno's gonna have a fun time. Actually, now that I think about it, I haven't swapped into anyone in a while, have I? I think the only time I let someone else go up was once against Barry with Shinx to the Piplup, and then once against twice against Rourke's trainer, once Chimchar went down. One of the Pokemon I swapped into being Geodude, and then the other one being, I want to say it was Starly for some reason, which I greatly question now that I think about it. Why the fuck did I send Estrella into that fight to the death? I have no idea, but yeah, I should probably end up leveling up Estrella a little bit, because Estrella is about to evolve. I don't know what level it evolves at, but I assume it's about to. And the same with, what's it called? Nyla. Because they both evolve relatively soon, and they are going to be, like, heavy hitters for most of the game. Like, until I get a Pokemon that I want over them, they're probably going to stay on the team for a really long time, if not the entirety. So, I want to make sure, like, you know, they're getting the same attention as, Wukong over here, because Wukong's guaranteed to stay on the squad regardless. Is it evolving now? Yeah, it's evolving now, so I already missed... Well, no, I used Estrella against the Rock type, again, for some stupid reason, but now it's evolving into a Staravia. So, oh, I hit the B button. Please don't tell me it's gonna undo that. Okay, thank God, it didn't, like, undo it. Maybe I just accidentally hit another button. I thought it was a B button, because I was actually really worried. So, we have Staravia now as our Estrella, so that's cool. Staravia's data was added to our Pokedex. Staravia, the Starling Pokemon. They fly around forests and fields in search of both Pokemon moving together in huge flocks. What the fuck does Starling mean? Because now I've heard that word a few times. Like, I've heard the name Agent Starling from The Spies in Disguise. I've heard the name Starling of a TV character from a show I watch. I've now heard of that Pokemon's name, Starling, or Starly, sorry, well, now the type of that Pokemon, which is Starling. What the fuck does Starling mean? I'm gonna look that up while I do this battle, give me a second. If I seem distracted, that's why. Quickly using Ember, which is super effective. What does Starling mean? Damn it. Starling means a generous old world songbird with a straight bill, typically a dark, lustrous plumage, and really, it's just a bird. Okay, cool. So apparently that's what it is, according to Google via definitions. So yeah, that's what you get, people. Learning time with Ezel, the more you know, type of thing. So anyways, Ember the Wormhole to death. Okay, I'm gonna switch into Staravia next time. Hopefully. Watch the next few trainers all have one Pokemon, and I said I would switch into Staravia. Too bad. Yeah, I really want to find another Pokemon, because this is like the longest time I've gone with just like 5 Pokemon squad. I really want that Machamp. I tried to catch the Zubat, it just died. Oh, now we have a double battle, so I actually get to show up Staravia. We can one-shot this trainer. Really? You think you can one-shot moi with 2 evolutions? Oh, let me tell you, little girl. Okay, that was so creepy the way they looked at me. Like, it was like that weird, twin thing from, I want to say, The Shining? I've never watched The Shining. I haven't watched a lot of movies now that I think about it, like, but you know that one scene, I don't know if this is from The Shining or not, but like, you know, where those 2 creepy girls just straight up stare someone down and like they speak in unison, or at least I think that's a scene in The Shining. I don't know if I know it's a scene somewhere. What it is, I have no idea, but like, I'm guessing it's from there. So anyways, let's take out this with the Ember. Probably, oh, it doesn't actually go down. Probably if I use a fighting type move, it might have gone down. Wing Attack doesn't take it down. Wing Attack is weirdly enough one of my favorite moves of flying types, and yet it does so little. Let's hit him with a Power Punch. Why is my leg jittering so much? Wing Attack. I could probably gang up on one of them, but oh, that does, okay, not too much. I'm actually surprised I'm not using electric type moves on my Staravia. Maybe they don't have one. Oh, come on, it barely survives. Ah, it doesn't matter. Wing Attack will probably take up this one. If it doesn't, I'll be a little bit surprised. And I'll be damned. Okay, here's the plan. Mach Punch this Pajirisu, and Quick Attack this one, because we definitely outspeed these 2. Yep. Okay, so Mach Punch would get priority, and then Quick Attack. Oh wait, then that means Monferno's faster, because both Quick Attack and Mach Punch have priority, which means whichever one went first was always the one that had the faster one, which means Monferno is in fact faster than Staravia. Weird. I mean, yeah, it's a higher level, but like, I would imagine that Staravia was actually faster. Probably when we get to Staraptor versus Infernape is when like Staravia will get faster. I'm gonna start another speed competition, aren't I? Like, where I'm trying to figure out who has, like, the faster speed between Estrella and Wukong over here. Yeah, who does actually have the faster speed by debate? So 35 to 30, wow! By 1. By 1 whole point, and Staravia's getting the benefit, because, like, it's getting a stat raise from it. And it's slower than my Monferno. I don't believe this. Oh, we got Bullet Seed. It's one of my least favorite moves in the game, but I love how they use it in the anime, because every time they use it in the anime, it looks so cool. So, I have not watched the Pokemon anime in so long, actually, I think about it. You know what, let's go on a sidetrack conversation. So, Pokemon anime. When I was younger, I did what every, like, 6-ish, I think I was 6 when I started watching Pokemon. I don't fucking know how young I was. Like, 6-ish to 12-year-old American teenage kid would, well, not teenage, because I stopped watching when I was a teenager, American boy would do. Sit on a couch on a Sunday morning, Saturday morning, etc. Go to Cartoon Network or whatever channel your Pokemon was showing on and watch Pokemon there. So, okay, why the fuck is Team Galactic here, I wonder? Standing around flowers, that doesn't seem cool at all. Hey, don't complain. Okay, fuck you, Jesus. Anyways, yeah, so I would just sit there on Sundays or Saturday mornings on my Cartoon Network, because that's where Pokemon showed up for me at, and I would watch Pokemon. And, you know, I liked a lot of the Pokemon series, like, for example, oh, we got a Sprayduck, so that's cool. So now we can, I believe, yes, now we can take berries and plant berries and then grow more berries with the side thing, so that's cool. And we're not just a berry to plant, so that's nice. So anyways, as I was trying to say, before I keep getting distracted and interrupted, oh, we can get stickers. Oh, wait, can we get fired? Oh, Bernie, do I have these? No! I have a mission. I am on a mission now. Okay, I need to find what type of berry that is. Anyways, as I was trying to say, I used to like a lot of the Pokemon series. Like, I remember I watched the original one to its entirety, or most of its entirety. I don't know if I fully watched it, but I know I watched a good chunk of it. I know I watched Johto to its entirety, but I remember almost nothing from it. I know I watched Hoenn to its entirety, but again, I remember nothing from it. Let's just replant these so we can get more berries out of them. I think that's how it works, right? Like, you can replant them to get more berries out of them. But then anyways, so I watched Johto to its entirety. Then I watched, Hoenn to its entirety. Then I watched Sinnoh to mainly its entirety. I didn't watch all of it, but I watched most of it to its entirety. And then I watched Black and White. Black and White was like the first one I watched, by the way, and I really liked watching Black and White. Black and White was really good in my opinion. I liked Iris as a character. I liked the champion with his buffalo on it, yet his name eludes me completely. I liked Silent. Silent's the reason I liked Bullet Seed. I liked all of Silent's story. I kind of liked Ash. I liked Iris more. I liked the Axew. I really loved Dragon types back then, so, you know, Iris' story was really good to me. And then when we, you know, met that kid that, like, has the headband thing. Oh, help, trainer, please. Okay, get my power for me. Okay, works at Valley Wind Works. People just like maniacs. Okay, I can only assume who that is. Okay, they're blocking that way, so I assume we can't go that way. But this, you know, is an area we can get a water type at, and I'm gonna try to get it because I love this water type if I can find it. Oh, come on. Okay, there we go. Anyways, as I was trying to... Oh, it's a Padre. Okay, I'll take that. Anyways, as I was trying to say, when we met that kid that has, like, the headband, the kid that used a Riolu, like, that's the thing that sparked an interest in me to get Riolu. Like, that's where I started liking Lucario. But anyways, like, we got to that whole tournament arc. I really liked his strategy with Riolu, and I always liked how he would do the headband thing, to the point where I actually tried to get that headband myself and intimidate it. Remember, I was like a 6-year-old kid back then, so, you know, you gotta give me credit where credit's due. I was very, imitatable, as we can say. So, he was my favorite character. And then we got to that point where, like, Ash versus him, I don't remember what his name was, in, like, the championships, or not the champion match, but, like, you know, the tournament thing. I was like, oh my god, I really want Ash to win. Well, actually, no, I didn't know who I wanted to win. Like, in my mind, I thought Ash would win, but that match had me all over my seat. And then when Ash lost, I was both, like, kind of sad, because Snivy was one of my favorite Pokemon. Snivy, all of his starters, not Pikachu, because I just never liked Pikachu. I'm gonna get attacked for that, but, like, I liked all of his other starters. I liked the Tepig he had that evolved into a Pignite. That was really cool when it did. I liked his Oshawott, who I was really hoping would evolve into a Dewott, because Dewott was one of my favorites, and I liked a Snivy. I was hoping that would never evolve, and I believe it didn't, so that was fun. But I really hated how, well, I didn't hate how Ash lost, but because I really loved that match in the end, especially with like the Riolu evolving, so I didn't really care. But the issue that I had with it is how that guy lost to a team of Eevees. Now here's the thing, Eevee was always one of my favorite Pokemon, and specifically Flareon, because Flareon was always one of my favorite evolutions just because of how it looks. But the fact that my boy Lucario, a Pokemon I had loved, well, granted not for a long time, but I've loved for a short period. I have to remember, I gotta nickname some of these things. Well, if I don't nickname them, that implies that I'm not gonna use them on my team, so take that as you will. But, yeah, I'm gonna keep trying to get that water. I know it's here somewhere, but as I was trying to say, as, like, he lost to the Flareon, I was so upset. Like, I didn't feel like it was a true match. Like, the double team into a Flamethrower or Fire Blast, whatever it was, I was so upset by that, and I hated it. But that's just how it went. So I couldn't really do anything about it. Okay, one more try before I just give up. And as for, like, the other thing, so then we go to the Pokemon movies. I believe, like, Keldeo, the Pokemon movie, was the first thing I saw, or not, like, the first thing I saw, but, like, I saw it at some point. Keldeo was like, Keldeo, I love that movie. I love Keldeo and the Pokemon of, the Sword of Justice. I don't know why the Sword of Justice sounds so cool to me. Don't you dare go into the Valley Woodworks. I got orders to keep everyone out. Okay, then battle me for it. Got you. So anyways, yeah, that's the case. I just loved the Keldeo thing, and it was cool. I got to see Kyurem. I never really liked Kyurem before, but that movie made me like Kyurem as like a character, and just seeing it. And it was so cool. All the effects looked so real to me when I was younger, and it just was so amazing, and I loved it. To this day, I think it's still my favorite Pokemon movie. Like, the only thing I think that rivals it is, like, I'm trying to think. It's the one where, it's either the one where, like, Ash gets, like, they relive Ash's journey against, but instead of having it be normal, like, one of the characters has an Incineroar, like the guy who did Charmander has an Incineroar now, and a Lycanroc, I believe it is. So, you know, it's that movie that I could argue that ties with it. Or like, what's it called? Not Hoopa Unbound, trying to think of it. It was another one where Ash's traveling team, I believe, was Dawn. I want to say Dawn was a traveling team member at that point. I'm trying to remember who the male was. Was it Brock? How long was Brock a part of the team? I don't remember how long Brock was a part of the team. I don't. I also should probably be reading dialogue for those of you that aren't paying attention and just listening to my ramblings, but I honestly don't know. So anyway, let's talk to these guys and I'll continue my ramble after this. Enough arguing, hand over the sweet honey. Do as we say, Team Galactic will have that honey. We must have it to attract Pokemon in great numbers. Hey, stop harassing that dude. Hey, this kid is a witness. What will we do? We can't have that brat running off to get help. This is simple. We must ensure the brat stays quiet. Okay then, anyways, as I was going on about, I don't remember what the movie was. I want to say it was like some maniac was. Oh wait, no, it wasn't that. Sorry. Oh yeah, it was the Diamond one. So it was, you know, the Arceus one, like Arceus in the Stones or something. You know, where they go back in time to find out like the guy had betrayed Arceus and shit like that, and Arceus was really mad, etc. Like you get the point. So. I like that was the other movie I could argue is my favorite between the ones. So I don't really know, but I think it still like stays in my heart that Keldeo is my favorite, especially because like I liked Keldeo for so long. And Keldeo was actually the first legendary I actively tried to catch, because when I learned about it when I was playing Black and White 2, or like when I learned how to catch it, I decided to like try to find it, and it took a minute, but I finally found it, and I killed it, and I didn't know about like, you know, the save beforehand thing, so I kind of was just running in there blind, and I ended up killing it, and then I realized I have to like fight the whole Elite Four again, which I was like, fuck that, I don't want to do that again, even though I literally swept through the Elite Four before because I had a level 99 Haxorus. So as much as it wasn't difficult, I just didn't want to do it again. So that ended up happening. And I never caught Keldeo, which is very disappointing to me. I mean, I didn't ever catch him again because I restarted my game. Oh, hey, what? Nyla's evolving. You evolve at level 15? What? I think you evolve at level 17. Okay, well, we're getting a Luxio now, so that's cool. Shinx has evolved into Luxio, or to be more exact, Nyla has evolved into Nyla. Kitty. Well, now Luxio's data will be added to our Pokedex, that's fun. Let's see. Spark Pokemon. Its claws lose electricity with enough amperage to cause opponents to faint. It lives in small groups. Cool. Oh, wait, you don't lose Spark? I mean, learn Spark? This is so lame. They're gonna dock my pay. I'm up next to head. Battling you right after my cohort is weakened you gives me the edge. Okay, then. But yeah, like, oh yeah, and I haven't finished my bit yet. So then, I guess because Pokemon X and Y of the anime, that's the last series I ever watched. Here's why. 1. X and Y was kind of like boring to me, like the amount of, I guess I never realized it at that point, but I started to feel like Pokemon had like a lot of filler episodes, like a lot of episodes that weren't fun to me. Because I know myself, I was looking forward to the gym battles and a lot of rival battles, but like, I don't know, a lot of the episodes felt like kind of boring. I never really liked Team Rocket. I thought they were more of a joke, which I think that's the point of them, but I was never into like a lot of jokes when I was younger, and I still don't like them now. I like them more, but I don't like them now. So like, I don't know, X and Y just never spoke to me, but like, I still watched all of it, and it was fun when we got to like those gym battles and cool things, because I got to see Ash do a lot of cool strategies, which is what I like about Ash, by the way. This brat's tough, like, really, really tough. Tougher than I can put into words, and I know a lot of words. We're done for now. Let's get back to the Valley Woodworks. Oh, what's that thing? They seem to have forgotten it. It's a works key. It must be for Valley Woodworks. It's no use to me. You might as well have it. Okay, thanks for the works key, my good sir. Thank you, sure saved me. Those goons are about to rob me of my sweet honey. Well dressed, and they didn't say anything either. I need to thank you. Will you take this as my thanks? A jar of honey. Cool. If you cider honey on this tree, it might attract some Pokemon. Yeah, so now we have ways to get Pokemon. So anyways, as I was saying, is there not a Pokeball over here? Oh, there's not, huh? How much time do we have? We have a good chunk, so I'll probably finish it, and then I'll just end the episode eventually. So anyways, as I was trying to make my point clear, do you have anything to say about this? So, yeah, as I was going on about, frick, trying to remember my point now. Oh yeah, I just love, just like Ash's strategies, like, and this is something that I'll tie in later, but like, I feel like Ash deserves a lot more credit than he gets because he is genuinely smart, or like in my mind, he does a lot of cool strategies. One of my favorites being like back in Sinnoh region actually, where he had like a Weasel and he like, and his Pikachu, and I believe he had a fire type that did it too, where like he used his moves to form a ring barrier around him to protect his Pokemon. I forgot what it was called, but like, you know, we all know what it is. Like he introduced it at the 5th gym, and I found it really cool. I loved that strategy, and I think it was amazing. But anyways, back to my conversation about the anime. So, you know, I did love the character Alon. I think Alon was really cool. I love Sora because he had one of my favorite starters, and Sceptile. Now, here's where my issues came in. We get to the tournament, right? Like, we get to the Elite Four, whatever you want to call it, and where I get, and I love all the battles that happen. Like, I love Sora's battle, I love Alon's battle, I love Ash's battle against Sora. I thought that was really amazing. I loved Ash Greninja, by the way. The second Ash Greninja came out, by the way, remember, I watched dubs back then because I didn't know subs were a thing, because because no one ever told me subs were a thing, because I never watched YouTube. I watched it on Cartoon Network, and unless I went out of my way to like look at and they never had like credits either, because like the show would always get cut off at the very end of the episode. So like, unless I went through the effort to go look it up on the internet to find out what their names were, I would never actually know, because I didn't start watching YouTube until after no, not after, but like halfway through X and Y, and I never actually knew subs were a thing, like I said, and because I never bothered looking up. And eventually I learned what subs were because my friend introduced me to subs. But anyways, point is that even without the music, which by the way, I do love the sub music of Ash Greninja a lot, but I still love just Ash Greninja as a thing in total. And when a Pokemon X and Y first came out, I actually tried to get Ash Greninja. I don't know why I thought that would work. I just did. I failed miserably, by the way, because you can't unless you have Sun and Moon and then you trade it over. But that's just the thing I tried. So what ended up happening was we get to the point of the tournament where Team Flare interrupts. As much as I liked Team Flare in the game, the anime version of Team Flare, in my opinion, was just badly done. It felt so rushed. It felt like it wasn't a thing that needed to happen. They just did it because they felt like they have to, because they needed a bad guy team that wasn't Team Rocket. That's how I felt anyways about like the Team Flare thing. I think in terms of episode, if I looked past that, I think I like how they lengthened it out. It wasn't too long. It wasn't too short. They gave it the semi-respect it deserves of being a thing, but I don't know, I just didn't like it. I didn't like how they portrayed Lysander for some reason. I did like the battle Ash and Alon, I think it was, had against Lysander. I meant to fight against that guy, but whatever. I'm one of Team Galactic's 3 commanders. We've been trying to create a new world that's better than this one, but people have shown little understanding about what we do. You don't understand either, do you? It's a little saddening. So let's have a battle to decide what we should do next. If I win, you leave. If you win, we, Team Galactic, will leave. Okay, anyways, this woman. So, I like that battle against Lysander, and I really love Squishy. I love Bonnie as a character. Bonnie was so cute, and she was so funny. So I love Bonnie as a character. I liked Clement. Clement was like one of the few characters I liked jokes from. Then there was also, I also liked when Clement got serious during his gym battle against Ash. So that was fun, and how he didn't have to use specific Pokemon. I also loved his gym battle against like his robot, so that was fun. And I also liked Serena as a character. The shippening thing was kind of like what ruined her for me, to be honest with you. What do you think you're doing to my Pokemon? So, anyways, back to the tournament. Once they finished that, the battle that I think ruined Pokemon for me. And it's not that I'm salty about it. I mean, yes, I'm salty about it, but I loved that match, but I hated the outcome. And I'm pretty sure, and I know it was on the internet, because this is where I finally started watching YouTube at, and I know this is something that I saw some talk about, how Ash lost to Alon. I hated that match for that sole reason. I loved that matchup, and in my mind, I was like, cool, Ash is finally gonna get the dub because he has Ash Greninja. Like, obviously Pikachu's probably gonna get the dub for him in my mind, but like, Ash Greninja is such a good Pokemon, it's gonna be Ash Greninja that, Ash is just gonna win in general, right? That ruined me emotionally. Like, I had such hype going to the match, and I saw the fight, and I was like, oh my god, it's so close, Ash Greninja versus Mega Charizard. I didn't know who would win, and, yeah. When I saw the final result, I was speechless for 2 reasons. 1, the match was epic, and I couldn't put my feelings into words, but 2, I was so upset that Ash Greninja lost. Ash Greninja, like, I love Charizard, and I love Ash Greninja, and I love Greninja. And I love Ash Greninja, and I love Mega Charizard. This can't be, I lost, you annoying brat. But I loved Ash Greninja so much from the story. Like, they gave me so much reason to like Ash Greninja. And when they made him lose, they killed a part of me that day. Part of me died that day. Oops, I messed that one up. That's alright though. I quite enjoyed our battle. I guess it's time to say goodbye and leave for the time being. Team Galactic. They were saying they had to gather Pokemon and energy no matter what. It was for creating a new universe, or so they claimed. Nothing they said made any sort of sense to me. Anyway, I can't tell you how grateful I am to you for saving me. I can finally see my little daughter again. Oh, there she is. Papa, yuck. Papa, you stinky. Go shower now, stinky. Oh, sorry. They had me working non-stop. Thank you, trainer. You made those bad people go away. I think the balloon Pokemon will come visiting again. Oh yeah, like that was the thing. There was a balloon Pokemon, you know, what's it called? Drift Bloom. So yeah, basically, I hate glitch, but pretty much all you missed was me saying that, Pokemon X and Y, like that match kind of ruined me on the inside. I watched part of Sun and Moon. I didn't like Sun and Moon. And then I watched Journeys from here and there, but it was never really entertaining to me. So I never really watched Pokemon anime ever again, or mostly Pokemon anime ever again. So without further ado, I'm going to end this episode here. I hope you guys enjoyed. Sorry about the rant. I just wanted to do some commentary. So don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, join the Discord, follow Twitch, and I'll see you all in the next one. Don't forget to check us out.